Alright, so today's lesson is going to be on exponents. So this is our first video on how we're going to do this unit on exponents. I'm going to show you guys a tree map of all the powers that go along with exponents. So please pause the video so that you guys can copy these down. So we're going to deal with product of powers. Well, first we're going to product of powers is first. Ooh, moving it. So this one's first. So the basic idea behind it is that I have a number with a variable, the same number with a different variable, or it could be the same. You're going to end up adding those exponents. So like for this, you would have am times a to the n, which equals a m plus n. So like this is a real example. 3 to the second times 3 to the second gives me 3 to the fourth, which gives me 8 to the 81st, or 81. From there, we're going to move on to power raised to a power. So that means I'm going to have two exponents, one inside the parentheses, one outside. This means that we're going to end up multiplying our exponents. So m and the n are going to be multiplied together, such as m to the third to the second. 3 times 2 gives me a 6. 2 to the 6 gives me 64. Over here on this side, we have two numbers in the parentheses to the nth power. That means that each of them is going to get that exponent. So the a is going to get that exponent and the b is going to get that exponent. So like in this, we're going to have 3 to the second and the x to the third to the second. So 3 squared gives me a 9. And the x is 3 times 2. 3 times 2 gives me 6. So it should look like 9x to the 6. So those are the first few power of exponent laws, or properties of exponents that I want to do. So again, pause the video so that you guys can copy that down. The other examples, or the other properties, are these. So we have product of powers. Oh, I printed it out twice. My apologies. This one should be the actual second page. So it should look like that. Let me pull this back. There we go. So again, pause it so that you guys can copy this down. I'm not going to explain all of it right now. We're going to learn about each and every one of these throughout the weeks. So this should take us about 2 weeks to learn, more or less. So again, pause so that you guys can copy them all down. Alright, so I am going to show you guys, or kind of explain how these new exponents work. So we all kind of have an idea of what an exponent is. So like if I write x to the fourth, all that really means is that this 4 lets me know how many of my base I have. So let's talk a little bit about vocabulary. This number right here is a base. So the big number, the number that we have, is going to be called our base. The small number up on the top is called an exponent. Alright, so the small number on the top is called an exponent. The small number on the top, or exponent, just lets me know how many of the base I have. So if I have x to the fourth, that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. So if I kind of keep going, I get x to the third. Again, that 3 lets me know that I have 3 of them. So I have 1, 2, and 3. If I do x squared, that just means I have 1, 2 x's. And if I say x to the 1, I I have 1. Here's where the new lesson comes from. What happens if I say x to the 0? What would that be? Alright? So the idea when it comes to exponents, it's all about a pattern, especially when it's negative and 0 exponents. So again, x to the 4th, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 exponents, 4 x's. X to the 3rd, I have 1, 2, 3. X squared, I have 1, 2. X to the 1, I have 1. Now, other than it going down by 1, think about it for a second. Do you guys kind of see a pattern? So obviously you can't answer me, but we can kind of talk about it. So, something that you guys don't see is that each one of these has one answer in common in each and every one of these sections that isn't moving, isn't changing. The reason why you can't see it is because it's invisible. I have an invisible 1 at the end of each one of these because 1, 2, 3, 4, 4x's times 1 still gives me that x to the 4th. So if I multiply this by 1 and this by 1, I'm not changing anything. If I multiply this by 1, and if we follow that pattern, then the answer to x to the 0 would also be 1. So that is the main idea for this lesson, is that any number could be a variable, it could be a whole number, it could be a fraction, it could be a decimal. Any number to the 0 power is going to give me 1. Okay, again, I can have any number, whole number, fraction, decimal, variable. The answer to x to the 0 will always be 1. So that is the intro to this lesson.